Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of their innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson, speaking on this wicked holiday of the West, known as Thanksgiving. But us brothers, we coin it as Thanksgiving, because that's exactly what it was associated with, upon these English, landing on Plymouth, man, landing in Plymouth. And over here in Boston. So these damn demons, they have a lot to pay for, man. They have a lot to pay for, and they've been exercising this wicked ideology for hundreds of years now, man. Making it seem as if us Native Americans were joined hand in hand with these demons, as they raped, robbed, and murdered us, and broke over 500 treaties with us and stole our land, man. Okay, that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. And through the spirit, I have a few pieces of information. This piece here from the Smithsonian magazine, another piece of information as well. Lord willing, we can touch on briefly, go into the prophecies and bring forth the evidence, man. Because as the brothers in Birmingham, Alabama often say, a court's in session, man. Okay, and you're on the stand, Esau. And we're bringing charges up against you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And it's coming to the time where Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is about to smash the gavel, and come execute the judgment that's written upon you, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the first scripture I want to get, let's go here. Let's go to the book of Amos. Let's go to the book of Amos, chapter 1, and verse 11, and it reads, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, for 3 transgressions of Edom. Okay, and we know Edom is who? Esau, Edom. Okay, the so-called white man. This is who Edom is. But remember, when you go to Genesis 36, let's go grab it real quick. Genesis 36 and verse 1, it says what? Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Okay? And we know again, Esau is the so-called white man. The spirit has linked them. Okay? The spirit and the prophecies link them to Esau. Alright? Genesis 25 tells us he came out red all over. Alright? And we know that due to the fact that he came through as a clean leper. Alright, which is the curse of Cain. Alright, also on top of that, alright, when you go to 2 Ezra 6 and 9, it tells us that Esau is the end of the world. So we know Esau will be ruling at the end in the end days upon the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. You see, he'll be at the forefront of the power, okay, that's on display on the earth. The wickedness, the debauchery, the atrocities, man. Okay, his history will testify against him. Okay, being an evil man that he is, man. You see? So let's go back. Amos 1 and 11, and it reads, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, for 3 transgressions of Edom, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, starting with the global elite, And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, man. And what's the sword? A killing instrument, man. Okay, and the sword in its perfection are those ICBM missiles, which Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has been given liberty to bring forth through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahushai, and efforts for him to fall upon his own sword in the days to come, pursuant to Psalms 37, via World War III, man, the Third World's Woe. You see, when Isaac blessed Esau with the sword, back in Genesis 27, okay, it was actually a curse. Because what did Yahawah Shai say to Peter? Put up thy sword, man. And in so many words, he said, if you live by the sword, you're going to die by it, man. And as we can see on full display, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, through circular history, all right, since the Greeks, this man's been living, okay, by the sword, as he's been commanded, man, by Isaac, who was Yahawah Shai, if you can receive it. Continuing on. And did cast off all pity. Right, he didn't show no mercy. He didn't show no mercy among the old or the young, man. Okay, and it tells us in the curses, okay, in Deuteronomy 28, all right, it tells us in the curses that the Lord will bring a nation upon us of a fierce countenance, man, that will show no pity for the old or for the young, man. All right, and he's like the eagle. You see, so it's small tokens like that we know it's talking about Esau, man. And our relationship we've had with him, if you want to call it that, okay, since you can trace it, all right, it's been a bloody one, man. All right, this man has been putting his hand towards us for evil, all right, ever since the beginning, man. You see, and again, we can trace it, we can track it, man. Okay, you go into the Maccabees, man. What do you think that whole Maccabean revolt was about, man? All right, and where Antiochus Epiphanes was exercising, man, in 1 Maccabees, the 1st chapter, the 41st verse down, man, with that decree that he brought forth. Okay, that whole persecution that was taken on the southern kingdom, man, in the Greek captivity. You see? And then he came over here in the 1400s, exercising evil upon the northern kingdom, man. Look. And did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever, man. Okay? You see that? And the time when our captivity had to end, this nigga furthered our affliction, man. And he continues to. He continues to lie on us, all right? Accuse us. He continues to he continues to defamate our character, man. Okay, which is a law he has set up in his own system that can get you jailed. But here it is, he does it to us. It shows you the hypocrisy of this man, man. Okay? Just like his wicked holidays. Let's go here. Let's start in here. This is from Gaia. Alright, this is the source. Alright? And it's dated back in 2017, man, November of 2017, just to show you, you know, that, you know, people have been waking up over here in Babylon since, you know, for a while now, man, coming to the conclusion that this man's a liar. But, you know, you still have the majority, the mass majority that's drunk asleep. But anyways, right, the title reads, The Truth of Thanksgiving. We've been socially programmed. Look, part of growing up in the United States is discovering that some of the fairy tales you were told about the holidays as a child aren't real. Like the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. And just the thing, you still have adults that believe in these things, man. Believe it or not. You have adults that believe in these things, man. Look, that disappointment or feeling of betrayal is a fleeting and innocent wake-up call among many more to come in life. But the biggest holiday fairy tale is one that has been used not just to entertain the youthful imagination, but instead for social programming and the whitewashing of our history. And that is the truth of Thanksgiving, man. You see, because they paint this picture, you know, like it was all good. We were in harmony with these demons, man. Okay, we gave them everything they needed, and, you know, allowed them to just colonize us, and, you know, make it seem as if we just allowed it because we weren't civilized. You know, we were brute beasts. We needed them to civilize us and, you know, bring forth all this pollution, you know, and kill off all of our buffalo, and take up our, and heap up to themselves all of our resources, and contaminate our lakes and streams, and pollute the land. Yeah, we just wanted that to be, right? Anyway, let's continue on. Slowly but surely, we're becoming more aware of the extent to which we've been socially programmed throughout our lives. This programming comes from many channels and is meant to give us our identities, distinguish ourselves from others, and who we should aspire to be. Though many of us are starting to realize a lot of these social constructs are used to divide and indoctrinate us into consumers. Right? They got Black Friday right after Thanksgiving, tomorrow. It's a stunt what they're doing, what Esau's doing. You see, they heap up resources, man. They heap up treasures. They heap up money. They become fatter and richer. Look, political constituents, right? And anything that serves to benefit the powers that be. Okay, look, right? You see, because they're the ones that benefit from this, man. The powers that be. You see, this is a diabolical system they've created, right? The Thanksgiving holiday could not be more fitting an example of the historical and continued use of subversive social programming that has been intrinsically, right, injected into our culture, man. Right, and when you get this word, right, look.
Intrinsically.
Right. It goes into what? In an essential or natural way. And that's what Esau has done. He's made it seem natural and okay because he's had the ability to deceive. You see? But now we're in a time that what? YAHAWAH Ba'ashem Yahawashi is taking that covering cast off of the face of the people. Let's go get that real quick. The book of Isaiah. And slowly but surely this man is being revealed. Who to point the finger to is becoming more and more evident. As you see in this article back in 17, it pointed to who? The powers that be. You see? Which are these international banking families, man. The book of Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 7, and it reads, and he who, YAHAWAH Ba'ashem Yahawashi, will destroy in this mountain right, a mountain in the scriptures is coined as a government more times than none. You see, a large government. Sometimes it's talking about a real mountain, like a regular mountain, you know, but in many cases it's talking about a government. You see, mountains going to larger governments, hills going to smaller ones. You see, it's parabolic top. All right, now check this out. And he will destroy in this mountain over here in Babylon the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations, man. You see that? And a covering cast in a veil, you use that to hide or to conceal something. You see? And this man has been using witchcraft and deception in efforts to hide the truth and created his own narrative and to bring forth his story. Not history, his story. You see? This is what this man has done. Let's go ahead. Let's go back. Let's get a little bit more here. Let me jump down real quick. Let me get this right here because it points the finger at them again. Look at. But the truth is, the majority of our society has been indoctrinated to fit this mold and is unaware of the historical truth of Thanksgiving and what it has evolved into. Our perspectives have been socially programmed over the course of the past 4 centuries to fit the narrative of the appropriate political zeitgeist. And look at, hold on, bear with me. Make a maneuver right there. Look.
Zeitgeist.
Right, zeitgeist. Look at a defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history, right? Shown by ideas and beliefs of the time. You see? Let me see. Spirit or ghost, right? So here it is. You know, they put a different they pretty much let me see. They brought forth the information regarding Thanksgiving to fit their narrative. You see? They painted a picture, okay, over the truth regarding Thanksgiving, huh? Look, and while it has slowly evolved to satisfy the religious, social, and economic goals of the ruling elite, you see that? So this article is pointing the finger, showing you that covering, casting that veil is being removed, man. Remember, this article is back in 2017. Look, it continues to completely ignore the injustice against Native Americans, man. Isn't it time to break free from the programming and redefine the holiday for its true meaning, man? You see, and right, and this other information I have right here when I initially had up, you know, it touches on it a bit, you know what I mean? But it doesn't even get explicit, you know? But let me see. Let me get a little bit of this real quick. Let me see here. Let me see here. I guess this individual by the name is his name is he wrote a book, David Silverman. All right. The book is called "This Land Is Their Land," right? The Wampanoag Indians, Plymouth Colony, man, and the troubled history of Thanksgiving. That's the name of the book. And I haven't had a chance to read this book, but Lord willing, I may. Let me go back. Let's see. Much of that story is a myth riddled with historical inaccuracies. Beyond that, Silverman argues that the telling and retelling of these falsehoods is deeply harmful to the Wampanoag Indians, whose lives and society were forever damaged after the English arrived in Plymouth, man. Okay, because the truth behind it all is that these damn bloodthirsty animals came over here to rape our women, steal our land, our resources, and pretty much remove us out and remove us from out of here, man. Okay? That's why you have something called the Indian Removal Act from that demon. What's his name? I forgot the bastard's name, man. Shit. We can look it up. Here we go. I got it here. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 by Andrew Jackson, man. See, we can look these things up. You see? This bastard right here, man. What do you think this whole thing was about, man? Alright, these bastards always had a goal to eradicate us, man, and get us up out of here. But Jake is like the sand of the sea, man. The stars of heaven. The more you try to get rid of us, the more we procreate. You see? Come on, man. There you have it. You see that? Let's go back. Let's get a little more. Look, Silverman's book focuses on the Wampanoags when the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth in 1620. The Sachem Osquequin offered the new arrivals an entity primarily as a way to protect the Wampanoags. Look at this guy. against their rivals. The Narragansetts for 50 years. The alliance was tested by colonial land expansion, the spread of disease, and the exploitation of resources on Wampanoag's land. Then tensions ignited into war, known as King Philip's War, for the Great Narragansett War. Or the Great Narragansett War. The conflict devastated the Wampanoags and forever shifted the balance of power in favor of European arrivals. Wampanoags today remember the Pilgrims' entry to their homeland as a day of deep mourning rather than a moment of thanksgiving, man. You see? This is contrary to what you people imagine in your minds regarding this day. Okay, it didn't go down the way you think it did with these damn animals, man. Okay? Let me see here. Let me see. You see, this is why YAHAWAH, this is one of the many reasons why YAHAWAH is gonna come and jack this fool up. You see? One of many reasons why. Okay? This man was executing biological warfare upon us, man. Alright, he knew that his them blankets were contaminated, man. Okay? He knew what he was doing, every step he was taking. But he did all these things intentionally in efforts to what? Eradicate us, man. Selling us disease blankets. Okay? That was that biological warfare he inflicted upon us, man. You see? This man was throwing us in open graves during the Wounded Knee massacre. Alright? Deleting innocents, man. Deleting children. You know, woman. Alright, this man was taking the woman out, the babies off the breast of the woman, man. Suckling children, man. And destroying them. We didn't forget about these things, man. But yeah, this is a long article. Though, and I'm going to leave both of these in the description box, man. You see, but again, this is why big judgment's coming to Esau. Let's go here. The book of Ezekiel. One of many reasons why. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. And verse 1, and it reads, Moreover, the word of the Lord YAHAWAH came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. Right, and Mount Seir was the land of Esau, Edom. Okay, and you are a people before it's a place. You see? So Mount Seir will be spiritually what? Babylon the Great, aka America. How do we know that? This is where he sets up his throne. You see? This is where he springboards all the wickedness, man, throughout the four corners of the earth. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, man. So judgment's coming. That long-awaited judgment is on its way. All right, this is why we see the stars aligning. All right, this is why we see the uproars of the people. Earthquakes in diverse places. Jake is waking up. You're being revealed. Prophecies coming forth. World War III is on your tail, on your heels. Okay, this is something that's gonna bring forth the judgment written. You see, we're inching our way to that judgment. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. See, all 12 tribes. How did you do it? By the force of the sword, man. And the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end, man. You see? So you executed justice and judgment upon us by the force of the sword. Let me get this real quick. All right, this is the Wounded Knee massacre, man. One of the atrocities Esau has done to our people. All right, this is one of his points in his reign of terror. Okay, All right, look what this demon has done. All right, you see that picture right there? You see? You got a bunch of Edomites standing there, rejoicing over what they did. You know, and they always try to paint the picture, all right, as if they were justified in what they did, but they're not. The Wounded Knee Massacre, also known as the Battle of Wounded Knee, was the massacre of nearly 300 Lakota people by soldiers of the United States Army, man. There's a lot of blood on this land, okay, of our people, by the hands of Esau. There's a lot that this man has to pay for. When you get this word massacre, look. Massacre, right?
Massacre.
Look at an indiscriminate and brutal slaughter of people, deliberately and violently deleting. You see, a large number of people, man, indiscriminately. You see? So guess what? There's a penalty for that, man. There's a penalty for these things, man. You're not going to get away with this, man. And we see these Edomites, they're here today. These Edomites are on the scene today. You demons ain't going to get away with this. You better believe it. Okay, the judgment is right at the door. You see? This is why prophecy is being spoken into existence by the servants, the prophets, man. And we're heralding in YAHAWAH, man, the king of terror. Okay, who's going to bring that smoke? And he's not going to meet you as a man, man. Okay, the blood in this land will be disclosed. Whether you believe it or not, man. Whether you believe it or not. Let's go back to the book of Ezekiel chapter 35. And verse 5 again. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. You just seen it. Right, by the force of the sword. And the time of their calamity. And the time that their iniquity had an end, man. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. See, if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You see, so there's going to be nowhere to run, and there's going to be nowhere to hide. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is on your ass. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it that passeth out, and him that returneth. Right, that great sacrifice in Basra, you can read about in Isaiah 34. Right, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword, man. Because the Lord's going to rain missiles on this place, man, in the form of those warheads that are going to come from the assembly of nations that are gathering against you as I speak. Okay, this is biblical prophecy, man. You will reap what you have sowed, man. There ain't no way around it. You can get mad all you want. You got to reap what you sow. Nothing you do in this life, everything you do in this life comes with a price, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua requireth that which has passed, man. We're going to go get that. Look, because thou hast said these two nations and these two countries, which is the northern and southern kingdom, right? Samaria and Jerusalem, right? Because thou hast said these two countries, or these two nations rather, and these two countries shall be mine, and we shall possess it, whereas the Lord Yahweh was there. Therefore, as I live, see, our power liveth, Akiyam and Akwaf. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. Okay, you see it on display, man. If I show it again, and me showing what I showed y'all might get me out of here for a second, but it's all good. It's all through the spirit. You know, I'll take a strike, you know, to bring forth the truth. You know? But you Akiyam and Akwa, I've seen it, man. Okay? That's hatred, man. And they coined it the massacre. They coined it listen, let's continue reading. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee, right? Because you're going to fall into the hands of Israel pursuant to Ezekiel 25. You are going to fall into the hands of Yasha Allah, man, in the eon to come. And there's no way around it. Let's go here. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua requires that which hath passed, man. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8. Bear with me. Matter of fact, I think it's 3, if I'm not mistaken. There it goes. The YAHAWAH, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 15, and it reads, "That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and YAHAWAH Bahashem Yahawashi requireth that which is past." Okay, what does that mean? Let's show you. The book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 25, and it reads, "But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. And there is no respect of persons." So rest assured, Evil E, your day's coming. And no matter how much you wiggle, squirm, and scream to try and get out of your judgment, you can't change prophecy. And this is why we tell you, Jake, to get up out of this piece spiritually, man. Because if you don't, you're going to be connected, entangled, and entwined in this judgment. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to wreak havoc upon you, man. I'm going to leave you with this, man. Warning to you, Jake, disconnect. You celebrating Thanksgiving this year? Hey, you celebrated your birthday. You celebrated all these holidays prior to this month. Hey, you better figure it out, okay? And fall back from this place, man. Because it's guaranteed you're going to be linked into this judgment that's coming. Check it out. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 6. And it reads, bear with me, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon." How do you do this? You return to your power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, by returning to the scriptures, man, and in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, return to the obedience of the Lord. Rehearse these righteous acts. Recover yourself from this hellhole you've been entwined in. You see? No longer celebrate these wicked holidays, your birthday, anything that the heathen do. Enjoying yourself unto your power. Okay, where you will be given a hedge of protection through obedience, man. You see? It's not going to be in vain. You see, seek the Lord, all you meek of the earth, man. Those that have wrought his judgment. It may be that you may be delivered from the day of the Lord's anger, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay? Look. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Right? Again, spiritually disconnect. Repent and return back to your power, man. And deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. See? There's a time and place for everything, man. And now we're coming into the time where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to recompense Babylon for what she has done. He will render unto her a recompense, man. A repayment for all of her atrocities, man. So this is the time we're in, man. This is why you're seeing blood moons, blue moons, okay? Lunar eclipses, solar eclipses. The planets aligning, the stars aligning. Okay? These abnormal weather patterns. Okay? Weather storm fronts of biblical proportion. We're in the end time where the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is resting upon this planet Earth, man. Okay, and the countdown is on before Allah Shadia, a demon-like power, opens up on you inhabitants, man, starting with over here in Babylon. Don't say we didn't warn you. Repent, Jake. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi Bahashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Shalom.